Good evening, I'm Ces Orenia Drilon.
I'm Pauline Verzosa.
And I'm Sean Yao.
The big stories tonight. The armed forces has spoken. They're not protecting Orly Gutesa, nor do they have an idea where he is at the moment. Where could the surprise witness be in the flood corruption scandal? The guessing game is still on.
Now, as the flood control probe continues, government agencies are looking at recovery of assets from alleged players in the scandal, whether or not they have criminal cases.
And it's raining stars for Filipino restaurants tonight. We have the full list of restos now being hailed for their culinary excellence by none other than the Michelin Guide.
I have no personal knowledge po kung talagang nandun sa Philippine Marines si Gutesa. But let me make it clear na kung nandun nga siya, no, ay wala pong intensyon ang Armed Forces of the Philippines na itago yung mga witnesses natin. No. In fact, tutulungan pa ho namin yung korte or kung anumang mga ahensya or bodies, investigating bodies na i-produce yung mga witnesses natin, no, para makatulong po sa ating investigation, lalong-lalo na po laban sa korupsyon.
Self-declared whistleblower Orly Gutesa is not under the protection of the military, particularly the Philippine Marine Corps. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner belied former Congressman Mike Defensor's claim yesterday that he is. Gutesa, of course, is supposed to be a key witness in the multi-billion peso scandal over infrastructure projects.
I have no personal knowledge po kung talagang nandun sa Philippine Marines si Gutesa. But let me make it clear na kung nandun nga siya, no, ay wala pong intensyon ang Armed Forces of the Philippines na itago yung mga witnesses natin. No. In fact, tutulungan pa ho namin yung korte or kung anumang mga ahensya or bodies, investigating bodies na i-produce yung mga witnesses natin, no, para makatulong po sa ating investigation, lalong-lalo na po laban sa korupsyon.
The Navy, which oversees the Marines, also denied Defensor's claim. Navy spokesperson Captain Marisa Martinez said Gutesa no longer falls under the administrative authority of the Philippine Navy as he retired from the Corps in June 2020. Martinez stressed that the Navy has no involvement in Gutesa's personal affairs.
Senator Ping Lacson also called out the claim that the Marines is protecting Gutesa and right in their headquarters too. In a statement, Lacson said he himself verified this with the Marine Commandant and fellow heirs and found this to be false. Yesterday on our sister show Storycon, Mike Defensor said Gutesa is staying in a Marines compound for safety. Defensor said this after the military itself confirmed days ago that unidentified men have been seen casing or monitoring Gutesa.
Ngayon po, si Sergeant Gutesa, and I'm saying this publicly, alam po to ng, I guess maraming may alam nito doon sa mga sa Blue Ribbon Committee, ay nasa ilalim po ng Philippine Marines. Nandun po sa kanila. Wala pong nakakapag-usap sa kanya, hindi po siya pwedeng lapitan, but anytime, if there will be an official summons, ipadala po nila sa Marine Commandant, pinapangalagaan po ng mga kababayang nating sundalo, ng mga marino, si Sergeant Gutesa nasa kanila po.
Now, with all the denials today, the question still remains, where is Orly Gutesa? And here's a refresher background on him. Gutesa claimed in a Senate hearing last month that he delivered suitcases containing cash to the residences of former Congressman Zaldico and later Representative Martin Romualdez. He also called the cash basura, or alleged kickbacks from infrastructure projects, particularly flood control contracts. Gutesa claimed to have been a security consultant of Zaldico, who, just like him, is also nowhere to be found as of the moment.
Meantime, the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI, continues to pursue restitution against individuals who stole public funds through the flood control corruption scandal. Tens, if not hundreds of billions of pesos are said to have been lost in the form of kickbacks to lawmakers and contractors. In an interagency meeting today, the ICI pushed for the recovery of illegally obtained wealth from those involved. According to ICI Chairman Andres Reyes, the technical working group will discuss and finalize the framework for their coordination, information sharing, and legal procedures regarding the recovery of funds and assets. Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon said the Office of the Solicitor General will lead the filing of a civil forfeiture case. So far, the Anti-Money Laundering Council has frozen assets worth 5.2 billion pesos connected to the flood control scandal.
We know that every peso na ninakaw ay tamang piso na wala sa ating bansa. At mahalaga po ang magsama-sama kami lahat dito at magtulungan para maibalik ang pera na pag-aari ng taong bayan.
Mas madali kaysa sa isang criminal na kaso, mas mabilis. Kasi ang kailangan mo lang i-prove na yung kinikita mo mas maliit kaysa dun sa perang o mga assets na hawak mo. Once na, halimbawa, na-freeze na yung assets ng mga opisyal, pag tinignan yung kanilang salin kung nagtutugma. At kung di nagtutugma, ang presumption doon agad is illegal yon. So, yun na ang magiging basehan ng kaso.
Meanwhile, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, or CAAP, is working on recovering 3 air assets of former Congressman Zaldico that are now reportedly abroad. The aircraft were able to leave the country since COS air assets have yet to be covered by any freeze order.
Pag may order na for future, pupuntahan po ng CAAP yan, ng mga inspector natin, at i-arrange natin ang lipad pabalik sa Pilipinas. Escorted ng mga CAAP flight inspectors.
The Bureau of Customs, for its part, will be auctioning off several luxury vehicles of the Diskaya couple. Among the vehicles to be sold is the couple's 2023 Rolls-Royce Cullinan.
Now, meanwhile, President Bongbong Marcos has ordered to cut 50% of expenses of government agencies, including the Public Works Department. The president said this before he flew to South Korea for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC Leaders Summit. Marcos said cost-cutting will limit cases of corruption so that there will be more funds for livelihood creation.
The Department of Public Works is now aligning its project costs with real market prices and reducing these by 50%. So let me be clear, the quality of what we build will not be compromised. The only thing weakened will be corruption. This is the accountability that our citizens deserve.
Meanwhile, crowds cheered as the president arrived with First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos in Busan, South Korea. He began his visit with a meeting with the Filipino community in South Korea's busiest port city. According to Marcos, he wants to highlight how the Philippines is pursuing digital transformation as a core pillar of the country's development and thus attracting more tech investors. That's especially because the host country of this year's APEC summit is pushing for discussions on the benefits of the shift to digitalization and artificial intelligence. This technology is meant to strengthen member economies and policies, or amid policies such as the United States of America's tariffs.
Now let's discuss these developments on the flood control scandal further with our first guest tonight. And joining us is Navotas Congressman Toby Chanco. Good evening, Congressman. Welcome again to The Big Story.
Yes, good evening, Ses.
You mentioned that the DFA should already cancel the passport of former Congressman Saldico.
Yes, I did.
But is this not contingent on a case that's filed in court? So far, there are cases pending before the ombudsman. So could they act this early on the cancellation of his passport?
Okay, doon sa new Passport Act, Republic Act 11983, Section 4, there are instances there that were enumerated, no, like national security, public health, and others, na pwedeng i-cancela yung passport. No? So, ang pananaw ko, how can you go to court for national security? The determination whether it's a national security issue or not, hindi naman yan sa korte. Nasa tingin natin kung national security ba siya o hindi. National security concern. Ako, ang pananaw ko, it's a national security concern kasi talagang nagbi-build up yung galit ng tao. No? Walang problema ako doon sa mga talagang galit dahil doon sa corruption na nakikita nila. Dahil talaga naman dapat magalit sila. No? Ang nakikita lang natin, katulad ng September 21 rally, meron ng isang maliit na grupo that tried to take advantage of the situation at nanggulo doon sa Mendiola. Hindi naman talaga yung kinagagalit nila is graft and corruption. No? So habang namumuo at dumadagdag yung galit ng tao, maaari talagang may pwedeng mag-take advantage niyan. No? Number one yan. Number two, nakita na natin na wala talagang balak si former Congressman Saldico na panagutan o magpaliwanag. If you will recall, nung una, sabi niya magpapaliwanag siya sa House.
Yeah.
Nung pinapauwi na siya at matatapos na yung deadline, anong ginawa niya? Instead na umuwi siya, nag-resign siya. So ibig sabihin, umiiwas na humarap o managot. Okay? Ngayon, 2 beses na siyang hindi sumipot sa ICI. Ni hindi siya nagbigay ng paliwanag kung ano ang dahilan kung bakit siya hindi pumunta. At pangatlo, ito pinakamahalaga, yung pinakitang linabas na niya yung air assets niya ng Pilipinas. Kung yung mismong air assets niya nilabas na niya sa Pilipinas, iniisip pa ba natin na may balak na siyang sumagot o naghahanap na siya ng paraan para makaiwas nito at isang paraan ay kumuha ng passport sa isang bansa na walang extradition treaty. So doon pa ba tayo magsisisi sa huli?
So what would trigger, though, the DFA to revoke his passport? What agency should ask the DFA?
They can do it. Nakasulat dun sa Section 4 nga, maliwanag, nakasulat na pag cases of public health, national security, pwede nilang kansilahin ang passport. Maliwanag yun, Section 4, RA 11983.
So your appeal is directed to the Foreign Affairs Secretary?
Yes.
Did you formalize this, though?
No, not yet. I mean, I don't know why I have to even formalize it, no? I don't even understand why they're not acting on it. Kasi kung sinasabi na, dapat hindi ko maintindihan bakit sila nagbibigay ng rason kung bakit hindi pwede. Dapat abogado ni Saldico ang nagque-question pag kinansila nila yan. We have to be more, in other words, we have to be more aggressive.
Right.
Pabayaan silang questionin.
Right.
Hindi ba? Sila mag-question, bakit kinansila?
Congressman, naririnig ko rin yung sinasabi ni Ombudsman Remulla na kailangan maingat din tayo na wala silang maireklamo na their rights were violated, or if you're going to file a case in court, it will be really airtight. So could this be, on the other side of the coin, something that may be questioned later on, that his human rights were violated, etc.?
Okay, I totally agree with Ombudsman Boying Remulla na doon sa pag-file ng kaso, dapat talaga maingat tayo. Walang question doon. Dapat mapatunayan sa korte na talaga may pagkakasala siya. Ang sinasabi ko dito, mahirap itong sitwasyon na to dahil hindi nga natin alam, sabi ng DFA, hindi nila alam kung nasaan si Saldico. O paano? Pag dumating yung panahon, sabihin natin, nag-intay-intay tayo at sabi nila, mag-intay ng court order. O sige, inintay natin. Papaano pag inintay natin yon at gusto na nilang kanselahin, nakakuha na ng passport sa bansang walang extradition treaty? Ano gagawin natin? Tsaka pa tayo magsisisihan?
Congressman Tiangco, having said
Alam mo,
all...
let me finish lang ha.
Go ahead.
Pag nangyari yan, ano magiging isip ng tao? Hindi naman iisipin ng tao na, ay, kaya hindi nakuha si Saldi dahil dumaan sa due process. Sinasabi ko na ngayon, ang sasabihin ng tao, talagang pinabayaang makawala si Saldi. Alam nang kukuha ng passport, pinabayaan nila kasi ayaw nilang pauwiin. Yan na kaagad ang magiging conclusion ng tao.
And actually, that's what I wanted to ask. Hindi pa ba tayo nandun sa point na yon na kino-conclude natin? Meaning, if they even acted to cancel his passport now, don't you think it's too little, too late? And beyond Zaldico, is there anybody else na, kumbaga, si Zaldico na lang ba talagang bibintangan natin for all of this?
Hindi, yun na nga, Sean, di ba? Yun na nga sinasabi ng tao, di ba? I mean, let's be very honest. Ano ba yung sinasabi ng taong bayan? Sinasabi, ayaw pauwiin si Saldico kasi magtutuluyan ng kung sino-sino. Yan na nga sinasabi ng taong bayan eh. Diba? Hindi ba tayo sensitive doon sa...
Yan.
Diba? Okay. Buti pa kayo. Buti pa kayo. Nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo na naririnig nyo yung damdamin ng taong bayan. Itong mga ibang kasamahan ko sa gobyerno, mukhang iba yung naririnig nila. Hindi nila nare-realize na yan na yung sinasabi ng tao.
Let me also ask you this. Could Malacanang be also slow? Dapat yung executive secretary siguro sinasabihan to. I recall Senator Drilon on the big story saying that they should be more proactive, the executive secretary that is. Should he not recommend that to the president? What you have just said? Cancel his passport.
Possible. But I mean, syempre, ang unang may responsibilidad talaga dyan is yung DFA secretary dahil saklaw niya yun eh. And maliwanag doon sa batas, siya talaga ang may authority magkansela. But I'm very glad na kayo mismo, nararamdaman nyo yung sinasabi ng taong bayan, di ba? Na ayaw lang pauwiin yan, di talaga papauwiin naman yan eh. Dahil magsasabi yan kung sino-sino na mas mataas sa kanya, di ba?
So you feel parang kumbaga, nadi-disregard yung fact na nag-announce in the past 2 days.
Baka
so yung
naman, baka
mga
naman yan
charges-
ang ginagawa. Oh,
Ano?
baka nga yan ang ginagawa.
Wag naman, sis. Wag naman.
Why are you so sure na hindi?
No, I'm saying, wag naman nilang gawin yan. Wag nilang proteksyonan si Saldico. Kung sino ang nagkasala dito, kahit ganong kataas, dapat managot.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, but do you feel, Congressman Tiangco, na, di ba, the past 2 days, nag-a-announce sila, recommendation ng ICI, mag-file na ng charge, ganito-ganyan, nagsalita ni Prosecutor General, yung DOJ. Do you feel na nabibelittle yung mga efforts na yun dahil, you know, punot dulo, at the end of the day, wala pa rin si Zaldico?
Yes, di ba yan naman, I mean, let's be sensitive. Ako, very sensitive ako sa sinasabi ng mga tao. Talagang, yun ang sinasabi nila, di ba? Na medyo nababagalan nga sila, medyo matagal silang walang naririnig na balita. So, dapat sila bigyan ng comfort na talagang ipakita, sabi mo nga, proactive, na talagang hinahabol, di ba?
Well, actually, yesterday, Congressman, the ICI already recommended filing charges against various personalities, kasama na po si Congressman Zaldico, but the public also couldn't help but notice that there were some prominent names na hindi nakasama sa mga recomendan ng filing of charges. Particularly, the former speaker, Martin Romualdez. Do you share that same sentiment na parang, do you question, bakit hindi rin pa siya kasama doon?
Hindi naman porket ibig sabihin na wala siya doon, hindi na siya mafa-filean later on. No? You know, 2 beses na ako nagpunta dyan sa ICI, 2 beses na ako naimbitahan. At makikita mo, ako personally nakita ko, kung gaano kaingat sila doon sa tinatawag na case build-up. Talagang yung mga questions nila ay talagang papunta doon sa paggawa ng matibay na kaso. So they will not just jump into filing cases. That was my personal experience when I was there.
Okay. Now let's go back to the point you were making about how volatile the situation is, and you said it is in the interest of national security. Now you have a former congressman revealing, supposedly, it turns out to be false, that Gotesa, the witness linking the former speaker to the scandal, was in the custody of the Marines, proven wrong. But do you see an attempt in this false revelation to make the situation, to somehow drag the military into the fray?
Sorry, Ses, I have no personal knowledge about Goteza. I don't have any personal knowledge about his testimony or his personal circumstance. So, hindi ako makakomento dyan. Isa pa, doon sa national security. Doon sa alleged laki ng pera na nakuha allegedly ni Saldico, isn't it enough to at least do a destabilization on the government? Di ba? I mean, hindi pa ba national security yun? Ang laki-laki ng pera nun.
Do you feel, Congressman, na
That is
nandun na tayo?
capable? Oo nga.
Na parang,
No.
nilabas na ng ICI, yung figure niya parang 22 billion to 28 billion, parang ganyan, di ba? Basta just under 30 billion pesos yung supposedly na calculate nila through their investigation. But Kong, Toby, balikan ko lang din yung sinabi mo about the volatile situation. You mentioned about that possible attempt to withdraw support from the administration of September 21, and may mga ugong din na yun din yung magyayari sa November 30. Do you feel that there is parang grounds to believe that, because AFP's Chief of Staff Browner has spoken, Gibo has spoken, Defense Secretary Gibo has spoken, and even like some of the spokespersons from the AFP have also said the same?
I don't, again, yan na naman isang bagay na wala akong personal knowledge. But ako, ang talagang pinapakaramdaman ko is yung legitimate na hinaing at galit ng tao. Na alam ko naman kung saan sila nanggagaling, no? With regards to this mga destabilization, hindi ko alam eh. Pero kahit walang destabilization, we have to address the anger of people, di ba? Hindi naman pwedeng, kasi lang may destabilization, kaya natin pakinggan tong taong bayan. Hindi pa pwedeng ganun eh. Kasi lihitin mo talaga yung kanilang complaints. So whether or not may destabilization, kailangan i-address yung complaint ng ating mga kababayan.
But could Saldico, with all the billions that he has, you said, engineer a destabilization plot?
It doesn't have to be a legitimate destabilization, di ba? You just can get a few people who want to, na manggugulo lang. Hindi naman kailangan na legit na destabilization. Mas delikado pa nga yung talagang naghahanap lang ng gulo, di ba? Na naninira lang ng property, gagawa ng kung ano-anong kalokohan. Yun ang mas delikado eh.
Okay, Congressman, well, you also did file House Bill number 5699 establishing the Independent Commission Against Infrastructure Corruption, or ICAIC. Kong, this is still different from the ICI. Explain to us, ano ba yung magiging mandate nitong inyong proposed commission?
Okay. Ito, final ko to, pagkatapos kong obserbahan kung ano yung mga kakulangan ng powers doon sa ICI, no? So tinignan ko at based doon sa 2 beses ko na pagpunta doon, ano ba yung mga kakulangan nila ng powers, no? So yun yung mga dinagdag natin. First of all, syempre, yung 3 sila ngayon, yung si Justice Andres Reyes, at yung mga kasama niya, si
Babe Singson.
Babe Singson and the CPA, no? From SGV, 3 sila doon. So dinagdagan lang natin dito, nagpropose lang tayo na magdagdag ng representative from the academe at saka isang representative from a reputable NGO, no? Para maging 5. Okay, number 1 yan. Number 2, ang isa sa mga mahalagang linagay natin dito is makapag-issue sila ng direct or indirect contempt. Para naman pag pinabaliwala yung sabina nila, may magawa naman sila, di ba? Mas mabuti pa yung Senado at saka yung House of Representatives pwedeng mag-issue ng direct or indirect contempt. Binibigyan sila ng kapangyarihan na mag-file ng whole departure order. Okay? Tapos, isa dito na nakita ko na kailangan gawin is kasi nga, dapat yung pera o yung assets hindi mailabas o hindi nila maitakas. So, pwede silang mag-file ng sequestration at mag-attach ng mga pondo na galing dito, no?
May,
So
may
yun yung
tanning
mga
ba? May tanning ba yung commission mo or the
Yes,
body
2 years.
itself? 2
2
years.
years. 2
Okay.
years, yes.
So,
Because even 2 years is a long time,
Yeah,
kasi sa, I
no,
mean,
but
isipin mo,
but the PCGG kasi, 'di ba, became something else after several years. So, okay, but this can be combined with the other pending measures. No, meron din
Dagdagan ko na lang,
Yes,
Seth.
of
Yung
course, of
ICP,
course.
di ba? Kasi last week nag-meeting na yung ICI doon sa Senado, nandun pa sila former Senate President Frank Drilon, etc. Pinag-uusapan nila na magtayo ng ICP. Is it the same as this ICIAI? Or have you spoken
No,
to the...
I mean, ang mangyayari naman yan, if there are different versions,
I-reconcile na
reconcile it sa BICAM, no? Naglagay pa pala tayo dito na hindi pwede silang file, hindi sila pwedeng issuehan ng TRO except by the Supreme Court. Tapos, ito, they are immune from suit. Kasi hindi pwedeng habang nag-imbestiga sila, dinidemanda sila, di ba?
But to the point which you brought up also, Sean, the last time we had Senator Drilon, against siya eh. Kasi parang you're creating another bureaucracy. Parang tandem na, the way they see it, not just Drilon, but other observers or legal experts, the tandem of the ICI as a case build-up, in working towards a case build-up, while the ombudsman is the one that will file the case. Kumbaga, they're already working in tandem. While if you create another body, it forms, another layer of bureaucracy, which may even lengthen.
Ito will work with the ombudsman. So bago sila mag-file, dapat in coordination with the ombudsman. Ang binigay lang natin dito, okay, bakit napakahalaga yung contempt? Hindi naman pwedeng, paano sila mag-imbestiga kung hindi sila sinisipot, di ba?
Oo nga.
Okay, yung contempt, napakahalaga nun. Yung sequestration at pag-attach ng mga properties, napakahalaga nun. Yung hindi sila mademanda, napakahalaga din nun, di ba? Yun naman yung mga basic na kailangan lang nila ang binigay natin eh. It's to make the cases flow faster.
Then dapat, this would have been requested or marked as urgent by Malacanang in the LEDAC. Diba?
Let's see.
O see? That's
Let's
time
see.
again. Time wasted again.
Kung Toby,
Yes.
I know you've been medyo pinag-aaralan mo yung budget, no? And we are in the thick of budget season. I know the House is medyo done with your part, but have you seen anything sketchy in the 2026 HGAB that we should know about?
Yes.
Care to share?
Alam mo, okay, noong nagboto, in my explanation of vote, hindi ko na minanifest verbally kasi hahaba lang eh. So naglagawa ako ng written explanation. No? Basically, it was a conditional yes, di ba? Sabi ko, these are the conditions that I'm voting yes. And one of those conditions is, dapat i-post sa official website ng House of Representatives yung budget ng DPWH sa bawat distrito. Okay, number 1 yan. Number 2, dapat din kung magkano ang budget ng bawat party list doon sa DPWH, dapat i-disclose din para sa lahat ng party list at dapat malaman kung saan-saan nila dinala itong mga pondong ito. Bakit? Dahil di ba nakita natin, yung pinakita ko noon, may dalawang party list na hakuha ng tig 2 billion each, di ba? Tapos meron akong mga sinabing terms noon na parking tsaka sagasa. Yung parking, nakipag-usap doon sa district congressman, yung sagasa, hindi nakipag-usap. Doon sa distrito ko, sa Navotas, meron ako nakitang dalawang sagasa. Okay? Kung maliit yung halaga, tig 3 million, isa para sa barangay something, barangay completion, okay, barangay...
Tanza?
Yeah, Patansa 2, sa Barangay Center and San Rafael Village. So ang una kong ginawa, kasi hindi yan kasama doon sa request ko, una kong ginawa, tinawagan ko yung dalawang barangay captain. Sabi ko, ano tong projects na to? Sabi niya, kung hindi po namin alam, pareho sila. So next, tinawagan ko si district engineer. District engineer, ano ba to? Hindi rin nila alam. So next, tinawagan ko si city engineer, local government unit of Navotas, kasi lone district ako. Oh, ano to? Hindi rin namin alam. So yun definition ng sagasa, di ba? So paano nagkaroon doon? Walang may alam nung... At
Bakit
tinawagan
sa
ko
lahat
pa-
naman ikaw pa yung napili?
Saan kaya
Tinawagan
galing,
ko-
Congressman? So, was there a proponent? Or is this in the NEP level? Saan kaya galing
Hindi. Nung NEP, ito pa nakakapagtaka, buti binanggit mo yung NEP. Noong NEP, wala yun. Tapos, nung naging HGAB, meron. Tinawagan ko pa pala yung City Health Officer namin kasi sabi ko, baka ano yan, baka completion ng health center. Wala din. So, ibig sabihin, saan to? Saan nanggaling? Pero, ang pinakamahalaga, ilagay talaga doon para alam ng bawat congressman at alam ng constituents niya magkano yung projects nila galing DPWH. At yung mga party list, makita natin kung saan nila dinala.
Baka
hindi nila
baka pinapain sa'yo to give you a bad record.
Hindi, pero sinasabi ko na nga.
I don't know. What's the explanation?
Wala nga gusto magpaliwanag October 13 yon. October 20, wala pa rin silang sagot. Kahit nasa vote explanation yon, sumulat na ako kay Chairwoman Mika Swansing. Wala pa rin sagot hanggang ngayon, no? So, pag hindi kasi dilabas yan, hindi totoo yung
can't
sinasabi
trace.
ng full transparency, di ba? Kasi ito yung nakita nating problema na hindi alam kung magkano yung budget per districts. Tapos, nung na-expose, madami nang sasabi, hindi naman namin request yan. Di mas mabuti ngayon magkaalaman na. Pero pag hindi nila linabas yan, walang transparency talaga dito.
Well, Congressman, non-members can now join the bicameral conference committee. Can we expect you to play an active role there to really contest yung mga maanumalyang mga proyekto?
Hindi ko. Hindi ko kasi alam how it's going to work. Are we welcome as observers or can we actively participate? Because this is the first time. Wala pa akong nakita na BICAM ng kahit anong batas na pwedeng mag-participate yung mga hindi BICAM conferees. Of course, pwede ka siguro pumunta, di ba? To observe. So, tignan natin. Pero doon sa House, ayusin muna namin ito. Ayusin muna namin itong pag-publish. Kung hindi nila pa-publish, wala naman. Naglolokohan na lang kami.
Paghuling tanong na lang, naglabas na lahat ng senador ng SALN nila. Pero sa House, parang pakunti-kunti pa lang.
Hindi kanina, nung tinanong ako kanina, linabas ko yung akin.
Oo nga, ikaw, o yung iba.
May ano pa
And
kasi
how
daw
about
nire-review daw ni Speaker yung
Okay,
rules.
but the SALN of
Speaker
Saldico, can that
Si
be
Speaker
disclosed?
Bojidi
Naglabas na, yes.
naglabas na siya.
Yes. How about Saldico SALN?
Hindi, sis, lahat yan naka-file. Kasi
Yeah.
hindi kami pwedeng mag-assume ng office kung hindi kami magsasubmit ng
Right.
SALN pagkatapos namin manalo. May nagtatanong pala kanina na tanong sa akin, bakit July 29 yung date? June 29 yung date yata. Kasi we have to submit it before mag-office kami. Hindi naman yan every time nahihingan kami, nagpa-file kami ng SALN. So may mga deadline yan. Yung yearly deadline yan is April 30 of every year. Tapos pag nanalo kami, aside from the April 30, may June 29 deadline yan. So bago kami maupo. So kaya yung akin, yung date is June 30 deadline. So yung akin, yung date is June 29,
Okay.
one day before.
Can the House decide on its own leadership, the House leadership, to disclose the SALN of Saldico?
Yes, I think so. To disclose the SALN of all.
Yeah. So,
Pero gumawa na ng may committee yatang ginawa di ba?
May review
Right,
committee
right.
po. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, hindi ko naman alam kung ano yung functions ng review committee, pero nung hiningan ako kanina, I had an interview earlier. They asked me if I was willing to give my SALN. Binigay ko na kaagad.
so how much are you worth?
2-1, ano ba? 2-1 something? 2-1...
113.9, Kong.
Ayun, 213.9.
200.
213.9.
0.9. Tama ba?
Million.
213.9 million.
Yeah, somewhere. Alam ko over 200 Paki-check nyo lang kung ano baka magkamali ako
Okay.
Sige.
Well, we thank you for your time.
Yes. Baka nga 200. Basta over 200. And it's transparent. Binigay ko na lahat. Tsaka detalyado.
Okay. We thank you for your time.
Okay. Sige.
Have a good weekend. Navotas Congressman Toby Chanco.
We're just going to take a quick break, but coming up, it looks like Ombudsman Boyeng Remulla is not yet done with Joel Villanueva publicly sharing documents related to the senator's pork barrel case from years back. That's our and more when we return. Keep it here on One News.
Welcome back to the big story. The Office of the Ombudsman has released copies of the decision of former Ombudsman Samuel Martires in 2019, reversing the dismissal order against Senator Joel Villanueva. The document revealed that Villanueva filed motions for reconsideration in November and December of 2016 against the July 15 order, also that year, of former Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales. Martires' office then ruled that there was no basis to reconsider the decision. The former ombudsman did not find enough evidence that Villanueva was actually involved in the embezzlement of 9.7 million pesos in public funds. The decision also stated that Villanueva's signatures in the documents were forged and that there was no proof Villanueva and his co-accused took state funds and actually plotted to defraud the government. The decision of Martires ended with a note that there should have been an in-depth probe on the matter to identify the real perpetrators of the crime. Meantime, Ombudsman Remulla explained why he came out with these documents.
Sir, bakit po natin i-post?
For the information lang, kasi nga people are speculating as to what is which and what is what. So it's actually public property. These are already decisions that are presumed to be valid.
Now, in other news, economic czar Frederick Go says it again. The Philippines did not miss out on the tariff break from the United States, but actually opted out of it. Go, who is the president's special assistant for investment and economic affairs, explains that the Marcos administration cannot just go the way of other Southeast Asian nations. Recall that the U.S. exempted Thailand, Malaysia, and Cambodia some tariffs, but for trade-offs. Thailand, for one, has to purchase $20 billion worth of U.S. agricultural products, energy supplies, and aircraft. It has also scrapped tariffs on American items for as much as 99%. Now, on the other hand, Malaysia also had to give trade concessions to the U.S. for it to be exempted from levies on aerospace equipment, pharmaceuticals, and key commodities, including palm oil and cocoa. But Secretary Go says these are trade-offs that the Philippines cannot afford, and that at this point, the government has to protect the agriculture sector and products like rice, corn, and poultry, among others.
No, but no, you have to read it. No, Cambodia gave access to the U.S. to 100% of all goods. Alam niyo naman dito, ang tanong niyo lagi sa amin, sir, binigyan niyo na ba yung rice? Binigyan niyo na ba yung corn? Binigyan niyo na ba yung sugar? Binigyan niyo na ba yung, diba? So anyway, I think that we're negotiating a lot more stuff. Diba? We're trying to promote coconuts, pineapples, garments, and electronics to the U.S. And then on our side, we're also trying to protect the rice, the corn, sugar, poultry, pork. No, so it's a more complicated thing for our case. Kung gusto nyo simple, hindi kayahin si Cambodia eh. Ang gusto natin na 100% entry. But we're gonna have a lot of problems, diba?
Travelers are now rushing back home as the long Undas weekend kicks off tomorrow, Friday, October 31. At the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, or PTEX, foot traffic as of 8 in the evening today is now more than 170,000. Some passengers there still brought with them prohibited items. PTEX officials show 17 butane canisters brought by one man on his way home to Bulacan. Butane is dangerous for travel because this can explode. Other confiscated items include scissors, knives, lighters, and matches.
Pakiusap natin sa ating mga pasahero, yung mga ganitong mga bagay, huwag na natin dalhin, yung mga bilis lumiyab, yung mga bilis sumiklab, yung mga patalim.
Meantime, the Manila International Airport Authority says the Ninoy Aquino International Airport is fully prepared for the Undas 2025 travel rush. MIAA General Manager Eric Jose Ines says the agency has deployed additional staff and has activated operational measures under Oplan Biyaheng Ayos. Among the improvements at the airport are new food and retail outlets, better seating and lighting, self-check-in kiosks, and faster airside operations. Passengers are advised to arrive early and follow luggage regulations, including restrictions on power banks and other prohibited items. About 1.3 million passengers are expected to travel through NAIA's terminals from October 27 through to November 5. And over at the North Luzon Expressway, or NLEX, queues are longer at the Balintawak Toll Plaza. Traffic volume is also heavier along the southbound lane or those returning to Manila. The situation has been exacerbated by heavy downpour. NLEX's customer service center is also being filled with motorists installing RFIDs on their vehicles.
Mas mabilis ang dali talaga pag naka-RFID. So dito sa ating mga CAS lanes, dahil may CAS lanes pa naman po tayo dito sa lahat ng toll plaza, yun po yung unang humahaba po ang pagpila at yun nga, pagdagsa talaga. Sana po yung mga wala pa pong RFID, mag-visit na po sa ating mga on-site stations na mga easy trip para po magpakabit ng RFID. Lalong-lalo na po, Ma'am Cheryl, meron na po tayo yung one RFID na magagamit po sa lahat ng expressway sa Luzon.
Meantime, it's a historic night for Filipino gourmands as Michelin Guide launches its first ever restaurant selection in the Philippines. Let's get the details from News 5's MJ Marfori reporting to us live from the Manila Marriott Hotel. What's the latest from your end? Isn't it Cebu Marriott Hotel? MJ.
Oh my gosh, it says it's a party in here. I'll just give you the stats. So today, yes, this is the first time the Michelin Guide has landed in our shores and we're just in party mode. I'll give you the stats. So for the historic debut, 74 restaurants was given the Michelin, was selected for the Michelin, and 25 had the Bib Gourmand, 8 with 1 star and 1 with 2 star. And of course, I'm giving him straight to you for his first live after the awarding, Chef Josh Boutwood in the House of Hell.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. What does this mean to you, Chef?
You know, it's an amazing award to receive. Like, I still can't get my head around it. Obviously, my team and myself, all of us have been working so hard to get to this point, and to be recognized as a 2-star restaurant is absolutely an amazing feeling. I think by tomorrow morning, I'll be able to feel a little bit better about it.
Oh, wow. Well, what's your favorite dish in Helm?
Don't put me on the spot like that. So Helm doesn't just do one particular dish; it's a whole experience.
Yes.
So you have to have a complete menu and enjoy that experience and create a memory when you consuming it.
And of course, Chef Josh, how are you preparing for all the lines that's going to be in all 4 of your restaurants, not just Helm?
Thankfully, I have reservation managers, so good luck to them. You know, it's going to be a fun one for them. But also, I cannot wait to welcome everyone to come and try it. You know, this is an exciting time, and I look forward to sharing moments with all of you inside the restaurant.
You know, Sess, Sean, and Pauline is here, and I know they want to ask some questions, right? Go right ahead.
Did you expect this, Josh?
Sess, you know, I did not. I was on the brink of having a mild heart attack when the 1 stars had ended, and I didn't know what was happening, and I thought maybe Helm had missed out, and then to be called up for the 2nd star, absolutely mind-boggling, and to the point where I have no words. A very emotional moment.
Congratulations.
Having it as a childhood dream, Sess. You know, ever since it's been my ultimate goal to have a star, and to get 2 stars for the first time,
wow.
It's insane. It's unthinkable at the moment.
Wow. And of course, we do know that Helm is in Makati.
Yes.
And wow, how do you were asked this a while ago, but how do you describe the Helm customers?
You know, so we want guests to really experience what we do. And our goal is to make sure that they have an amazing experience and create a memory that will live long in their minds, and they urge for it to come again. And that's our ultimate goal, is to create experiences and entice memories.
What's going to be next for Helm?
We're going to continue doing what we're doing. You know, we enjoy what we do, we love what we cook, We use fantastic ingredients, we execute them well, and yeah, take care of that full experience, and hopefully every guest enjoys.
All right. Do you have any more questions, ladies?
Question. MJ, I just want to ask Chef Josh how he plans to deal with the pressure
Go ahead,
that
Sean.
comes with being the only 2-star awardee here in the Philippines.
But you know, this award has only just happened. What, like a few moments ago, maybe an hour by now. So it hasn't quite sunk in yet. I share the stage with many great restaurants, and I wish that the focus not be solely on me. There are some amazing chefs that are present tonight, and we have all done amazing jobs. And I hope that the industry or the general public really shares their love for the industry, not just because I want to, but because there are so many amazing restaurants out there.
Okay, I have a question too. Yes, Chef Josh, Pauline here. Chef Josh, how would you describe your journey to getting these 2 stars? And did you know when the Michelin inspector was at your restaurant? I know they're usually anonymous, but did you know when he or she was there?
So, there are some guests where you can oh, you know what, maybe they were inspectors, but there is no way of actually knowing.
Really?
There is zero way. But you take extra care on how they are. And the journey has been long. When DOT announced the start of the Michelin coming into the Philippines, we were all on our toes and we were excited and energized. And we just performed to our best of abilities and executed really well every night. And obviously it pays off.
Before we say thank you for your time, please show us the 2-star award. Look at that.
Yeah.
One last question, if we can.
Wow. Last question, go ahead.
Yeah, so Filipino food has been gaining worldwide attention. I'm so happy that that is the case. Chef Josh, how do you feel about Filipino food, and what about Filipino food do you think deserves to be on the world stage? What can we boast to the whole world about, when we try to describe it, what is Filipino food to Chef Josh Boutwood?
Filipino food or cuisine for me, it's a melting pot of multiple different influences.
Yes.
And I think that's what sets us apart from everyone else, for every other cuisine, is that we have so many cultural influences that create an identity on its own.
Yes.
And we must be proud of our culinary heritage and identity. And it is wonderful to see that Filipino food, it's always been on the world stage. But obviously every decade or so we get this little wave of resurgence. Now with Michelin here in the Philippines, and they're putting a lot of spotlight on our local restaurants, I think this is the beginning of something wonderful for our industry, not just for us locally, but also internationally at the same time.
Very well said. We can't wait to taste your Lola's adobo. Like what you
diba?
said,
Yes,
diba?
we'll get there.
In your menu.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it'll fit in hell, but we'll do it one day.
All right. Thank you so much, Chef Josh. That's it for us here. We'll continue eating. Thank you so
MJ.
much, Seth, Sean, and Pauline.
Alam ko, MJ, let's let Josh party and enjoy this honor. Thank you so much, Josh. Josh, congratulations to you. MJ, may tanong pa ako sa'yo.
Thanks, Seth.
MJ,
Yes,
let's mention the small, restaurants that were mentioned, like not really known to the gourmands that Michelin managed to go to, yung mga nasa Quezon City and other parts of the country. Yung mga pansit, batil patong.
Yes,
yung
actually
ganon.
tuwa kami nung nakita namin yung Aidas manok, batil patong, paris-pares. Nandito nga kanina mga superstar talaga sila rito. At talaga namang sinuyod. Kaya nakusap natin si Sec Frasco ng DOT at sinabi nga niya na sinuyod naman daw talaga ng mga inspector yung Manila Environs and of course Cebu. And there you have it. They will also strive to look for more restaurants in the coming years, so it's going to be a bright future for us, but expect that those lines will be longer because right now they're already always fully booked, right? So, well, we're just going to expect for them, we hope they expand.
Umulan ng stars ngayong gabi. Maraming salamat. O, ikaw magparty ka na rin. Thank you for your report. News 5's MJ Marfori.
Right, now before we say goodbye tonight, it looks like Cebu Governor Pam Baricuatro can't just let it go just yet. So get ready for her Halloween look. For our big picture tonight, the governor dresses up as Elsa in Frozen, complete with bubbles in the background and flaunting her gown as if she's in Arendelle. Governor Pam Baricuatro is not the first government official to ride into the Disney craze this Halloween. Vice President Sara Duterte was first, transforming into Snow White, and then a showgirl since she also danced to the tune of Taylor Swift's Fate of Ophelia.
Alam mo, ang cute na uso pa rin yung Disney princess, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
Nung bata ko yan din yung costume.
Yeah.
Somebody has to top the two of them.
Okay. Maybe you
Ah,
should.
no way. No way.
That's
No
why
way.
hindi yan ako.
Ikaw.
Order ako sa Lazada ng
Alin, anong character?
Oh, hindi pa naman tapos eh. May 2 days pa, diba? Tomorrow. Bukas na.
Oh, hindi na
Bukas
dadating.
na. Okay.
Next year na lang.
Kaya pa. Challenge. Who's going
Makeshift
to...
costume na lang bukas for those who still don't have costumes for Halloween. But the Michelin Guide is so exciting.
It is. Now I can't wait to try those hole-in-the-wall places.
Yeah.
Diba?
A lot of them I haven't heard of.
Pares, can you imagine?
Pares.
Pares. Pancit Batil Patong. I love that.
Actually, favorite ko pares. Kasi mahilig ako sa may sauce na silalagay ko siya sa rice. Tapos may free pa na sabaw. The best.
Saan kaya yun, no?
Hindi ko nga alam, pero
Yan
i-google
ang
ko.
challenge.
Yeah, it's a long list.
Unahan sa
Oo,
ganun.
it's
Yung
really
Aida's Pancit.
Alam ko,
Chicken.
Aida's
chicken.
Si Ces is super pansit fan. Lahat ng klaseng pansit alam niya. Ang dami niyang trivia about pansit. So alam ko una mong susuyuri. Ikaw, anong unahin?
Ako?
Chicken.
Maybe. I'll try to get a reservation and help. Good luck to me, but
Okay, but
Good luck to you.
luck to me.
Ngayon pa lang, pwede na. Before,
Ngayon pa lang text mo na yung
hordes
we should have made a reservation with Chef Josh already earlier. All right, but for this Thursday, that's it for the big story. Thank you so much for watching.
We are back here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. We'll be seeing you then.
Kapatid, we are One News, all sides, all the time. Have a good night.
Still, we have a lot from the world of sports. Coming up next, we have play-by-play with Andre Felix and Denise Tan. Andre, you have to make reservations at hell.
Ako pa? Matik yan. Saan yun?
Hindi ka nakinig, nasa Makati nga.
Ay, nako.
Tanungin ko yung asawa mo, Sean. Kwentuhan pa kami ni Andrew dun eh.
Teka. May malaking balita kayo, di ba? Another Pacquiao making it big in the boxing ring.
Oo nga, sabi ko nga, dalawang past their primes, pero fighting. Pero maganda pa rin yun, di ba? Mayweather Pacquiao. Although, parang kahapon na din namin yun.
Yeah.
Pero
Si Pacquiao, di ba, naging siya, parang VP ng Boxing Association, parang ganon. Okay. Mas alam niya yung lagi.
Yung physical 100, ano ba yun?
Yeah,
Physical 100.
Physical Asia.
Physical Asia.
Pinapanood ko yun, Team Philippines.
And Thrilla in Manila last night.
Yes.
Malo pa si
That was yesterday pa pala.
In Manila too.
Uli sa balita. Balita mo pala yung Denise kahapon. Sorry.
Okay lang.
Sige, mukhang hitik na hitik kayo. Bibigyan na namin
Uli
sa
na namin, ha?
Ang favorite word, hitik na hitik.
Siksik. Biglig at umaapaw. Munti ko na makalimutan.
Oh, Halloween costumes tomorrow since we still have a bit of time left.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tayo?
No, what's your Halloween costume?
Abangan niyo bukas.
Wait, Andre, kung Disney Prince ka, sino ka doon?
Ay,
Or character na lang, di na kailangan Prince.
Si Beast? Hindi, si Aladdin.
Naku, mapapa-Jasmine si Pawi.
Sabi na si Pete, sabi ni Pawi.
Sino ba? Hindi ko alam.
Sino?
Beauty and the Beast.
Grabe naman yun.
Aladdin.
Yeah, he said Aladdin.
Aladdin, pero topless si Aladdin. Naka-vest lang siya, di ba?
Lamig yun. La magic carpet. Hindi, tomorrow, sa Good Morning Kapatid, lahat kami naka-costume. So, abangan nyo yun. Kung ano yung costume ko bukas.
Ganun pala, pa-surprise.
Kailangan i-career mo yan, ha?
Oh, sa Afternoon Delight, baka si...
Iiwanan na natin sa GMK.
Okay.
Sila ni Lord.
Masyado na ba tayo matanda?
Okay.
Yes, thank you. And
Take
happy
it.
Thursday. Bukas, Biyernes na. Okay, again, the big story, the Sess, Sean, Pauline. On our show, we've got a couple of game-winning buckets from Austin Reeves and Jam Morant, headlining another full day of action in the NBA, plus the aftermath of the TNT Tropang 5G's comeback overtime win.